Lovely afternoon to you. Welcome to WFM 91.7. This is Women Radio. And of course, the program is Women Voices for Peace. My name is Oludolapo Adewale, and I'll be your host on the program. The United Nations, through various resolutions, recognizes the disparate impact that violent conflict has on women. It highlights the fact that generally women have been left out of the peace processes, reconstruction, and stabilization efforts. They recognize the imperative for full and equal participation of women at all levels, ranging from conflict prevention and also to post-conflict reconstruction, peace and security. These resolutions, among a host of others, frame the women, peace and security agenda. Now, Women Voices for Peace, in summary, is that radio show that hopes to attain female gender inclusivity, protection and equality. And on that note, on Women Voices for Peace today, we'll be discussing a very, very important topic, and that topic is all about female genital mutilation. I'm sure it will raise a little bit of concern right now. Why we're talking about female genital mutilation, it's because it's on the front burner today, and it's very, very important, and that's what we're looking at today on the program. I have my guest on the line today. My guest is the Executive Director, Women's Right and Health Project, RAP. She is Bose Ironsi. It's nice to have you this afternoon on the program.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, and I hope you're doing great this afternoon.
Yes, we are trying to.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, today we're talking about female genital mutilation in Nigeria, and I'll be taking you on some questions later on the program. But first things first, let's do a little bit of background into what female genital mutilation is all about. Now, research shows that Nigeria, due to its large population, has the highest absolute number of female genital mutilation worldwide. The statistics are very, very alarming. They account for about 1/4 of the estimated 115 to 130 million circumcised women in the world. Female genital mutilation is defined by the World Health Organization as all procedures which involve partial or total removal of the external female genitalia and or injury to the female genital organs, whether for cultural or some people will say for non-therapeutic reasons. Yes, FGM is widely recognized as a violation of human rights, and this is deeply rooted in cultural beliefs and perceptions over decades and generations, with no easy task for change. Unfortunately, this has been a domineering tradition in Nigeria today. It will interest you to know that in 2016, a report by the United Nations Populations Fund reported that Osun State had the highest prevalence of female genital mutilation in Nigeria. Now, the statistic was put at 76.3%. This is quite alarming in Nigeria. Just 2 years ago, Osun State at the highest in Nigeria, 76.3%. Ekiti State was next on that log, and of course, Lagos State is like on number 6 with 44.8% in Nigeria. Those are the statistics that we've gotten so far. Today, we're talking about female genital mutilation in Nigeria, and the program is Women Voices for Peace. Like I said earlier, I have my guest, Bose Ironsi, on the line. In case you want to talk about female genital mutilation, you can also be part of the conversation. My phone lines are open, 07000 917 917. You can also call the second number, 090-256-25455. And if you can call at the moment, do well to send your text message to 0703-1756-537. And of course, we are very social. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just send your messages to at WFM 917. Okay, let me go to my guest for today. Bose Ironsi, it's nice to have you join us again.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's start from the basics. For starters, what exactly is FGM?
Well, FGM is a form of human rights abuse.
Okay.
That is seriously practiced in Nigeria, and it's a form of female circumcision that is involved in partial or total removal of the external female genitalia.
Right.
Or we can also call it female cutting.
Female cutting.
Yeah.
All right. We've
It's a
seen
form of cutting.
we've seen different terms used. Why do we have FGM in different terms? Now you talked about female genital cutting. We have also seen female circumcision. Can you explain more? Why do we have these terms used?
Yeah, because when you say circumcision, female circumcision is not same as male circumcision.
Okay.
Male circumcision is removing the foreskin of, attached to the male external genitalia, which is biologically and medically okay.
All right.
But female cutting or female circumcision, as it is called, it is inhuman. It's an abuse of the woman's bodily integrity. So there are two different things in that. There is one that it has its own role. It's okay to circumcise men because you are avoiding infection. It also enhances man's ability to express their sexuality.
Okay.
But when you are talking about female mutilation or female cutting, it's actually a serious abuse. Okay, so that's two different things entirely.
That's interesting. And now let's look at how it affects women and girls. Now we're particular about their health. How does FGM affect the health of women and girls? We're talking about female genital mutilation now.
There are several complications and how it can affect women. I will do it in the form of a long-term and short-term problem. One of them is the pain. There's serious pain because there are different forms of female genital mutilation. You have the clitorectomy, which is removing the tip of the clitoris. Then you have which is the type 1. You have type 2, which is also excision, that is removing the clitoris and the labia minora.
Okay.
And then you have the type 3, which is the most severe form. It is also known as infibulation. Okay? And it consists of narrowing the vaginal orifice with creation of a covering seal. That is, you remove the the labia minora and majora, and then you seal it.
Oh, that's gross. Wow.
Gross. That's why we will never call it a circumcision. It's actually a mutilation. And so when you look at that, you will discover that there are complications that can occur. One of them is pain, severe pain. You also have infection because most times the instruments that are used are not sterilized. And even when it is sterilized, people can line up multiply for that kind of circumcision. And then you have urinary tract infection. Because of the closeness between the female genital external genitalia and the urethra, where the urine comes out,
All right.
there is a tendency for infection to occur.
Okay.
And then, of course, sometimes there is fracture and dislocation because we are holding somebody who is in pain. Because most times, when this mutilation is taking place, it's not done under anesthesia. In short, the more she feels the pain, the more it's accepted in some culture. And then, of course, you can have injuries
In the process.
Short-term complications. And then you have the long-term complications. If the treatment is not, the urinary tract infection is not treated very well, there can be urine infection, and that can go further to affect the bladder and so on.
And the child can live with that for entire life.
And then you have chronic pelvic infection. It can lead to infertility. And then there's difficulty in menstruation. And then because of the sewing, the narrowing, and continuously going back, depending on the level with which it's done, there's continuous bleeding. There is hemorrhage for some people, and it also leads to psychosocial trauma, where the person feels so bad, the person is in pain, and there is trauma, and there is no support any form because it's an accepted norm in the society. So these are complications that happen in as a result of FGM.
All right. It seems like it's an hydra-added. It is an hydra-added effect that we're seeing, talking about female genital mutilation there. Now, there used to be a belief that female genital mutilation is high among illiterate and people who are not well-read. But recent reports suggest that even educated people, they engage in female genital mutilation. Now, why is that so?
Yeah, well, there are reasons. Of course, you know that tradition and culture is what people interact with. They hold on to some of this culture and practice. For example, I remember one of my younger brothers, whose wife is coming from a place where this is predominantly practiced. They came to me and said, "Sister, now that we have had this baby girl, we need to go and circumcise." He didn't even finish it. I said, "If I hear any of those, if I do hear you talk about circumcision." So I sat them down. Meanwhile, the guy was circumcised. That is
the mother.
Was circumcised. The mother. So I'm saying, if you dare, and I explain to them the implications of circumcising the female child.
Okay.
And so these are, people are not aware. So tradition and culture, and because they believe that, we need to prevent promiscuity, to protect the child from practicing promiscuity and reducing woman's sexual desire and all that. They believe in that. So it is something that they have lived with, they believe in for a very long time.
Now, okay, still on that answer that you gave me, now how can we reach out to older women or the older generation who still believe that if they circumcise a lady, she will not have the sexual drive, or it will reduce a promiscuous attitude? How do we reach out to them to ensure that that's not actually the way to go?
Yeah, I think that a lot is being done, a lot has been done. First is to do massive and continuously create awareness around what it really is. 2 years ago, I was in New York during the women the status of women meeting, where issues about FGM was being discussed.
All right.
And I shared my experience with my mom. My mom was circumcised. And when I do analysis with her, that is one-on-one, I tell her, there was not, being circumcised has no relationship of being promiscuous. And then if you want to look at some cultures where women are highly circumcised, they are also involved in promiscuity. So there is no relationship. And what he answered me was that, you mean we were living in ignorance? Yes. Because they believe that if you are circumcised, of course there is a lot of status things around families. My daughter was circumcised. She's still a virgin. But there's no relationship between being a virgin and
circumcision,
genital mutilation. So when you put this analysis and educate the people very well, you will discover that they will start changing mindset. Culture is not fixed. Culture is dynamic, and people change over time with new information, with new practice, and then with a lot of research. The practices of the impact of circumcision has done to our girls, children, and women. I'm sure people are willing to change, their practice.
Okay.
For example, in Edo State, before now it was very hard, but now it has gradually reduced. And of course, again, there are laws that when you undergo such practices, these are consequences, and we must follow it to the letter. And then we also need to engage the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers are the traditional rulers, the native doctors in the community. And then, but what will surprise you more is that you also see medical people, the health workers at the community level getting involved because of the monetary.
Yes, I was about to say that. I actually visited a clinic one day. I went there for an interview, and I saw one of the ward maids actually advertising that she can do the circumcision of their female babies. She was specifically mentioning babies. She didn't even say male babies. She was saying that if you want, she was saying it in the Yoruba language, that if you want to do for your baby girl, you can contact her. Of course, I'm sure she wouldn't have had the permission from the health authorities, but she was a ward maid and saying that even to women who came for postnatal care, immunization, and all that. how can the health authorities make sure that all this doesn't happen right under their noses? Because people will come to the hospital thinking that it's actually normal.
Mm-hmm. It's actually against medical practice that no medical person should be engaged in female genital mutilation. So that's why they go underground to practice. And of course, when you don't have buyers, you don't sell what you know, when people are not requesting for it. So there are two ways. The community needs to be sensitized of not wanting to circumcise their daughter. And then the health workers need to also understand the implications of getting involved in circumcision.
All right.
Because, for example, there are various laws that speak against female genital mutilation. So if we have, if they are aware of the implication of that, I'm sure that they will not indulge in that.
Okay. All right. In case you just joined us, you've not missed much. We're talking about female genital mutilation in Nigeria. And with me on the phone is our guest, Bose Ironsi. She's been talking to me about female genital mutilation in Nigeria. She's the Executive Director, Women's Rights and Health Project, WRAP. My name is Oludolakwa Adewale, and check your time. This is 24 minutes past 3. You can be part of the conversation. The numbers to call are 07000 917 917 090 256 25455. You can as well send your text messages to 0703 1756 537. In case you are a lady out there and you were circumcised, or you have somebody that was circumcised and you want to tell us the story or what happened back then, or what is happening to you. Maybe you've had a situation where you were at loggerhead with someone who wanted to circumcise your female child by all means, but you stood your ground and you saw it through. You can as well share your experience with us on what you know about female genital mutilation in Nigeria. And back to you, Bose Ironsi. You know, you talked about two things the other time. You talked about tradition and culture. The third aspect that governs our life in a country called Nigeria is religion. Now, would you say religion justifies female genital mutilation?
Yes, to some extent. It does. Because you discover that even in all our lives, there is a way religion plays a role in the way we behave and the way we interact. But if you look at the way it is said that a child that is not circumcised is worse than infidel, right? Mm-hmm. So such comments, which is misinterpreted. There is nowhere in the Bible that the female child should be circumcised. So people go extra miles to want to say they want to circumcise the female child. And I want to say that is just about power and control. It's a way of controlling the body integrity of the female child. I will give you an example. In the Bible, it said that there's an area in the Bible that says woman should be submissive to her husband, right?
Yes.
But before that particular statement, he said man should love
the wife.
The wife as Christ loved the church and died for it. But you hardly hear that.
Exactly. people emphasize more on that.
I have just mentioned. What you hear is, oh, wife should be submissive. So these are how the religion has, put a lot of issues out of context. And so they go extra mile to practice what they are not supposed to practice. They
take it out of context from what even the scripture says, okay? Would you now say that these people are they are acting in negation to what our religion, the religions that are popular in this country, would you say they are acting in negation to what it actually stands for?
Of course, that's what it is. That's what it is. For example, there is a religion that says you shouldn't lift your hands to beat your wife. Okay? That if you have to do that, use the tip of your cloth. And then you should put an egg under your armpit in a way that egg will not come down and break.
Wow.
Has that ever been, have you ever heard of that? So you hear, most of the time, the religion is practiced not to look at the human aspect of it. They look at how can we dominate this other sex. So in practice, and in some, not all of them, there are some where they have to respect some women. There are some situations they tell you if you want to go and take a second wife, you should take the permission of the first one and be sure that you can take care of whatever women you want to marry. But do you get to hear that? So these are practices that kind of empower the men more and disempower the women. So that's
now,
which is female genital mutilation.
Okay, would it be right to say that in taking campaigns to people to market women to older generations, would it be right to also say, let's take this campaign to religious leaders? You know, when people hear from the religious leaders about female genital mutilation, maybe they can change. Would it be right to do so?
If we are going to turn the tide of on female genital mutilation, I think where we should start from it should be from the religious table.
All right.
From the traditional rulers, it be from those who believe that culture, the gatekeepers, the community people, they must be inclusive in decision making or in the process of making sure that we turn the tide of, of female genital mutilation. If we don't do that, we will end up just beating the bush and all that. Also note that we should also start thinking about giving alternative to those whose resource is based on, conducting FGM.
Okay.
Because if not, if you don't give them an alternative role or alternative something to do, they will end up probably going underground.
Yes, just like some states actually gave like the traditional birth attendants another lease of life.
Yes. For example, traditional birth attendants are being trained. I had a project in Edo where I worked with a lot of traditional birth attendants and community gatekeepers on FGM.
Okay.
And we discovered that FGM is still being practiced, but solely so not in the hospital, but in the traditional birth attendant table. Because women will definitely go there to have
their babies.
And when they have their babies, that is an area of marketing of FGM. But by the time we educate a community about it, they are the ones saying, oh, there was no need for it. There was no need for it, okay?
All right.
So I think that we need to put our energy in terms of changing the mindset of that woman is not sexually sensitive. That's one. Two,